Bzzz, 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 bzzz. Whoosh. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur and wasp stinging action featuring the Hornet Queen and Stampede Dinos, making a bunch of mana with a specific combination of lands, a lot of mana, and 7 for the Hornet Queen here is not a big hoop to jump through. And I'm pretty sure I used the Hornet Queen last night, but it's a swarm of flying death touch creatures. If I can get this down early enough, stall out the opponent, if their creatures don't have trample, they're not attacking into this. And often enough, I can make 7 mana on turn 4. Oh, it's lovely stuff. And then I play this, and then they don't attack into it, and it just buys me a couple of turns. If they want to attack into it, perfectly fine. I get to trade with any and all creatures because of that fantastic death touch. And today, especially with all the games I was spamming on my phone, it did the trick. It did the trick better. Well, kind of like I expected, because I have used it before, but quite lovely. Lovely stuff. Let's see how perfect right at the beginning. Hopefully everybody's doing well, having a good night, or maybe you're asleep, you're getting some sleep before the week starts, the work week. All right, to start things off, it's definitely feeling like this is getting there, almost there. Everything is getting far more consistent. Railway Brawler, I had that in. If it's out, whenever a creature enters, you put counters on it, 1/1 counters, for however powerful they are. If Vaultborn entered with the Railway Brawler out, it would get 6 counters. It would become a 12/12. Completely unnecessary. And oftentimes today, I had a few games where if only I had seen Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant, I would have won. If I top decked, boom, play it, I had a bunch of other creatures, everybody would have had haste. And I really don't like that happening. Railway Brawler does not help me to see Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant even more. You're going to kick yourself. If you guys use this sort of a deck, you're going to get to a point where you have a bunch of creatures and you're like, Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, Ghalta. Maybe you had to mulligan, and you have to put Ghalta Stampede Tyrant to the bottom. It is very key to the deck, but of course there is 4 copies. It's probably better if you have to put 1 card to the bottom that you put this to the bottom. Usually that's what I do. But even with 4 copies, like I say, I don't see it as often as I want. But the Railway Brawler, the 1 copy is out, and I made it a full playset of Smuggler's Surprise, because that definitely helps me see Ghalta a little bit more, or Indestructible and Hexproof for all the big creatures, or we put 2 creatures from our hand onto the battlefield. I only need to put 1 creature from my hand onto the battlefield to put everything onto the battlefield. So I kind of wish that mode was a little bit cheaper and I could flash in Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant just for a little bit less. I don't need to be 2, so if it was 1, maybe that ability would cost 3, something like that, maybe 5 in total. It would cost 4 plus the 1 green. Just a touch less would be maybe a little bit too good, perhaps. But yeah, if I only need to put 1 out to put everything out, we'll see. But still, the main mode I'm looking forward to using again is that first one, milling 4 cards, get some lands. If I'm at the point where I don't need lands, I grab creatures. But at the very least, I will be grabbing 2 things from all the cards that are milled. I would think it's a pretty low case if I mill only Sylvan Scryings and Archdruid's Charms, maybe leaving a Sunken Citadel. Because really, the only thing I can't grab with that first mode of Smuggler's Surprise is the Sylvan and Archdruid. So it's not a 0% chance that I could only grab 1 thing, but well, we'll see. Hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. But 20 lands tonight, yeah. Still at 20 lands, it's maybe a little bit high. I'll keep using that amount I want to get a good sample size of it, but a touch too high. I might trim possibly Stomping Ground. Really, I could trim the forest. Because I've moved Topiary Stomper out, I kind of forgot to move the forest out when I was using Topiary Stomper again for a couple days. Yeah, okay. Those will go. Probably 2 copies, leave it at 4, maybe go back to 3, bump up Cavernous Souls to 3 copies, and some other source of red, just in case, again, I get into a pinch, not being able to play Regisaur or Pilanes Hatcher. Doesn't happen too often, but sometimes. And I bought a bunch of packs, got some codes, so I was able to get my 3rd Torpor Orb. Quite excited about that. Continually excited. I'm looking to up it to 4 copies. I'm really not scared about anything specifically. Well, some stuff. In general, I'm quite excited to beat up most opponents, but I just need to hate against a few of them. Amalia, Angels, covering that angle and covering it quite nicely and easily, able to cast this. Ooh, that does the trick. Leyline, of course, Mono Black Waste Knot, thumbs up. Hornet Queen to help against aggro or aggro mid-range-ish. Yeah, let's do it. And Tail Swipe. I made that the thumbnail art just right before I started here. I kept kind of forgetting about it, but if we target one of the Hornet Queens or the insects, they have Death Touch. Tail Swipe, if we make that insect fight some other creature, it dies. It doesn't matter. The insect only dealing 1 damage, it only needs to deal 1. And it's just lovely, lovely dead. Fantastic. It's like 1 green, destroy target creature. Basically, it's like a instant speed Bone Splinters, because we would have to sacrifice that flying insect, but that's pretty darn sweet. Oh, doesn't matter how big they are, as long as they don't have indestructible or hexproof, they're going down for 1. So maybe up the copies of that, maybe a full play set if I'm looking for the interaction potentially. We land the Hornet Queen, we buy some time, but I still want to take out somebody big, and Tail Swipe will allow me to take out somebody big and feel a little bit more comfortable. Haze of Pollen, I guess potentially I don't need this really. If the Hornet Queen is the thing that is helping me win, or at least get some wins against aggro, mid-range, anything with flying, I could see Haze of Pollen as still being pretty good. We'll think about it. And Blast Zone as well to take out the Torpor Orbs. Of course, I'm not starting out with the Torpor Orbs, so I never have to worry. It only comes in against those specific decks that I really want to hate. Then the Blast Zone comes in, and we're off to the races. Yeah, I say we jump right into the matches here. I did good tonight. I was below 10 minutes for the deck tech. But a couple nights ago, I think it was like 17. Lovely, lovely stuff. I could talk about all the cards, the different choices, so many things. I've tried a lot of stuff, and I'm still finding new additions just a little bit better. Just keep it absolutely as consistent as possible. Do the best thing you possibly can against the most decks without sacrificing the overall plan, but it's gonna be good.
You have no power here.
They might not have much power here, but that's a lovely. Okay, Mono Black Waste Knot potentially, or Devotion. Oh boy, this could be a wee bit rough. Hopefully getting a green source, because with that Cavernous Souls, we can't go Archdruid's Charm on turn 3. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. We're not dead yet. We'll get rid of the Hornet Queen, 1 of 3. Kind of crazy that I'm seeing all of those, almost all of them. But we don't need the Hornet Queen right now. Sorcerer Queen, you can do it. Oh, okay. Oh boy, that is basically the best thing. A forest would have been a little bit better, playing it, then Archdruids to put the Sunken out. We'll see. We'll get rid of another Hornet Queen for sure. Oh boy. No Thoughtseize. Hopefully it's not go blank. At the very least, I could play Carnage Tyrant next turn, but... Oh, all 4 Hornet Queens, and I'm only 11 cards in. That is quite nuts. But we definitely want to play our land for the turn, 100%. Then I could go Smuggler Surprise. That's a tough one. I would have to sacrifice Carnage Tyrant, so it doesn't make any sense to play that. I would hope to play Hornet Queen, then I would have a bunch of creatures to sacrifice to Liliana's -2. But, yeah. At the very least, you know, Archdruids grab Sunken, Smugglers to mill, hopefully put Ghalta Stampede Tyrant into my hand. Okay, I say we go Archdruids. Grab the Sunken, we unlock the potential of making 8 mana next turn. Hopefully top decking Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, but at the very least, Smuggler Surprise could do that. Or we play the Hornet Queen. Okay, I'm kind of liking the looks of this. Interesting. Well, that's about going to do it, but we'll see what the Hornet Queen achieves. A lot of flying creatures, Death Touch, don't have to worry about Shieldred. I think it could be the best time buyer. I would imagine Liliana of the Veil is going to -6, splitting apart all our permanents. We have to sacrifice 1 pile, and it's not too fun. We're going to lose a few. Oh, that is quite interesting. Yeah, we'll get rid of Smuggler Surprise. I'm going to hope it's something else that doesn't discard, but okay. Tiny Bones. Okay, well, I say I go with Carnage Tyrant. Archdruid's Charm also. But yeah, you don't want to do that. Archdruid's Charm could send damage towards Shieldred. She would die. That's pretty fantastic. I kind of like that. Yeah, we'll just go towards Liliana, get her to 5, so she can't -6 next turn. I think that's probably our best bet. Then Archdruids to shoot Shieldred. See you later. But what was I talking about? Phew. Hopefully we bought us enough time. Crossing my fingers. Might as well sacrifice the one that's a 1/1 instead of a 2. Huh. Pretty good. Oh. Well. Get Liliana down to 1/1. Good. Oh, what you gonna do? +1 to make us discard nothing? Hopefully they don't get Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Field of Ruin is rough too. But I got Ghalta. They're caught between a rock and a hard place. A very, very hard place. We'll just take her out. Don't ask questions.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Man, look. It was going bad and then boom, all of a sudden. The Hornet Queen putting in the work. Okay. I'm just glad there was a pretty good example so early on for the thumbnail's sake. I think we should be okay. What's this Ashiok do? XL1 put in. Okay, not too bad. Did they get removal for Ghalta? Unfortunately. Kill a land. Doesn't matter at this point. That's doing basically nothing. I think that was absolutely called for, but... Oh, all right, Mono Black Waste Not, going down. Lovely stuff. Hornet Queen, put in the work, absolutely. Lovely, but Leyline of Sanctity definitely, I would say, is more helpful. Hard to say. If Hornet Queen is pretty helpful against Mono Black Waste Not, maybe I don't even need Leyline of Sanctity in the sideboard. I do something else different in the color of green just to help with consistency's sake and whatever that happens to be to help against this deck. But Leyline, okay. It is no Leyline. That is very tempting. Gotta keep it. Got 2 Sunken Citadels and a Forest. I'm okay. Oh my, yeah, that's why you keep a hand with 2 Sunkens. I don't have to search for basically any Thoughtseize away, nothing. I am looking at 7 mana and they can't do anything about it. Not a single thing. Unless I had only lands in my hand, and yeah, that's good. Real good. Okay. They're caught between a rock and a hard place, that's for sure. Make a dinky little zombie, why don't ya? Oh boy. Okay. We got to assume they have a bunch of Thoughtseize. Carnage Tyrant is probably going away, I would imagine. But eventually I will get 8. 7 on turn 4, 8 on turn 5. Hopefully it's enough to get the job done. Hopefully I get a source of red, really. Sunken Citadel, I could have chosen red for the second one, but then I would have been able to make what I needed. I figured that would happen. It's how it goes if we top deck Ghalta Stampede Tyrant to dead. Oh, well, we don't top deck Ghalta Stampede. Well, the Vaultborn Tyrant would also be good. Yeah, hopefully. No more discard. Don't do it. So you can see kind of where that would have been Hornet Queen, and that would have been infinitely better than not being able to play anything, unfortunately. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Let's do it. No more zombies. No more zombies. Oh my goodness. That's not great. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Please? Maybe? Hopefully? Okay. Can't attack. We would be dead to the zombies next turn. That is just unfortunate. Okay. That's how it goes sometimes, but I know what I'm going to mulligan for. We would have been safe from 3 Thoughtseizes. That's pretty good. And all the time, yeah. Tiny Bones joins up. We would have saved ourselves from discarding 5 cards if we had only had the Leyline of Sanctity. So, well, we'll find out. I may just mulligan for it a little bit aggressively, but yeah, hopefully it's in the opening hand. We'll see. Leyline, you can do it. Nope. Okay, yeah. Oh my goodness. Give me a perfect hand, why don't you? Basically perfect. Now the question becomes, what do I put to the bottom? I'm keeping all the 3 lands, 100%, and Sylvan. We'll send Carnage Tyrant. I think there's a very real possibility that, well, I will be able to play Tyrannix Rex on turn 4. Or I could play Carnage Tyrant. But now, you know, there we go. Sylvan to grab the second Sunken, play it on turn 3, 7 mana again. Oh, do you have Tiny Bones? Oh, do you have Thoughtseize? Go cry in a corner. Should have done that one for red, for the Planie's hat. Oh, the Vaultborn Tyrant. Now, I would imagine they have sacrifice stuff. We're going to see if we can draw out the Shieldred's Edict, which is basically useless. Do it. Give me... Oh, go. Thanks for drawing me another card. Use removal again and again and again. Okay, that's how it goes. At any point, we get one of 4 Ghalta Stampede Tyrants or Archdruids to grab Ghalta, or Smuggler Surprise to dig to grab Ghalta, or just killing them. Oh my, that is what it's all about. Get them.
You won! You did it!
Ruthless aggression.
Howdy, Rev. How's it going? Hopefully all is well with you. Better with you than that opponent. Whew. Man. Wrecked. Mad Dad Lab. Absolutely. They did just get Rex. But Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, they would have been dead. Another Tranix Rex. As it happened, they were dead. Archdruid's Charm to shoot Sheodrid to kill him. Oh, Colt, how's it going? I love it. I love it. It's not for everyone, certainly, but I like the idea of just continually doing it over and over and over again. Just my personality, I guess, and something about it feels right. Variety is the spice of life for a lot of people, but for me, it's one thing. Try to figure out the best way to beat them up, and certainly Leyline of Sanctity. You might think it's a little bit wacky. You say, oh, I have no sources of white, which I don't, but hoping to see it in my opening hand, which I fortunately did, and then it kind of blanks a lot of their deck. 12 to 16 cards in Mono Black Waste Not are basically useless, which is very, very, very good. I paid a little bit, Rev, but for the most part, I've been playing since beta, so I had the Carnage Tyrants 5 or 6 years ago, and I just kept sticking with the same deck. I have only ever played Dinosaurs, except for April Fools, so only playing one deck. I got everything I needed quite quickly over the years, and then I could sprinkle in cards that I wanted to try here and there. It was lovely. Yeah, I was blessed, I think. What with the economy on Arena, you want to try this card, might not work, but with one thing, it's pretty efficient. A new set releases, and in some cases, I don't need a single card from a new set, so I don't have to worry whatsoever, and then I wait for the next one. This set was, of course, Vaultborn Tyrant, and it has been a tyrant, terrorizing many opponents, but yeah, no, it's one deck really streamlines things. You focus on it, and eventually you just smoke them. But Koto, AMS, I'm pretty sure they were on a very aggressive deck. Might have been that Gruul aggro with the slick shot show off that everybody is loving. We'll see. I sometimes buy packs with my gold. Nah. Not a whole lot. I save up. I certainly saved up about 150,000 gold for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and it was pretty good. Sadly, we are losing Sunken. Good. They took out Stomping Ground. I don't need that source of red, technically. They should have taken out Sunken Citadel, which I would imagine they're going to continue to do next turn, but we'll see. Smuggler Surprise is going to mill to grab something, I'm pretty sure, but yeah, sometimes I buy packs, I rare draft, and my decks are not super good. It's just unfortunate we're facing off against a mono red snow basic land check deck. Field of Ruin and Demolition Field taking out our basics, and you know, it's unfortunate. That's how it goes. Fortunately, I grabbed a bunch of things, and I have 2 Castle Garenbrigs in my hand, so we should be perfectly safe. Able to play Carnage Tyrant next turn, which I might do. Probably. They're going to have a hard time dealing with Carnage Tyrant. Well, I wouldn't say it's half the screen. I kind of shrunk the game down just because, I don't know, I wanted the scrolling border along the bottom. I didn't want it to take up any game space. What you see on the bottom right there is what I see, so nothing is actually gone from the game, which is quite nice. And I didn't want it to cover up anything. You don't really lose information other than myself in this corner and that little bit there, but yeah, it only actually goes to the border. It's not like the game is going past and underneath it. But yeah, I've liked it for a while, and yeah, just wanted to create some real estate for that scrolling border on the bottom. Krenko's Bzzz. I don't like this. I think we should be okay with Carnage Tyrant. I'm pretty sure. Good. Continue to take out castle, and then I have another castle. Play Vaultborn next turn. We oh my goodness. Well. Yeah, that. Oh boy, it's getting scary for the opponent. Mono red land destruction. Yes, Colt. This is going to be. Well, usually it is rough. Fortunately, I do have 6 forests in the library, in the deck in total, so I'm pretty safe as they take out the Castle Garenbrigs and the Sunken Citadels. Fortunately, we were just fast enough. We got the creatures down, and basically, if we get them down against this deck, we're gonna give them heck. Maybe I top deck my 4th Castle Garenbrig. That could be a possibility. Strangle. Double Strangle. Give me another Vaultborn. Okay. That did a whole lot of nothing. Oh.
You have no power here.
They do have a lot of power, but how funny is that? They spent 2 pieces of removal to draw me a card and gain me 3 life. That is not a great trade. Okay, let me think. I don't have anything that can give hexproof to my permanents. Heroic Intervention does actually do that for 1 in the green. All your permanents gain hexproof. So I could temporarily protect against 1 Field of Ruin or Demolition Field. That would be a possibility. But yeah, it's only you have hexproof with Leyline there. Krenko's Buzz Crusher. It doesn't target me, I'm pretty sure. I just want to make sure, just because it is a new card. For each player, so it's not target player. Destroy up to 1 land that player controls. Field of Ruin. Destroy target land. Nothing is targeting me, so basically Leyline of Sanctity wouldn't be helping too much. I do play a little bit of Commander Brawl on Arena here, but yeah, I say we just keep it as is and hope for the best. It doesn't give hexproof, no. I wish it did. Yeah, I was hoping for that. Huh. I think we try it, but I might have to try something that gives my permanents, not just my creatures, hexproof, because this is a very painful deck. Either you get lucky, you get 1 big creature down just before they and Volatile Fault. It really is not fun at all. Ooh, and Ratchet Bomb as well. This is crazy. Nuts. Another Sunken? I say we go with another Sunken. I'm pretty sure they're going to start to destroy some stuff. Sunken always enters tapped. I could have played the Stomping Ground and then played Sylvan Scrying, but I could draw another Sunken. I could draw another Castle Garenbrig. That Sylvan Scrying might become something different. I'm hoping for a Castle Garenbrig, but yeah, I could draw into a Castle Garenbrig coming up. Then I would want to replace Sunken Citadel. We'll see. Yeah, you never know. Okay. Oh boy. Now the question becomes, yeah, we'll definitely get that Stomping Ground. Sylvan's scrying to grab Castle Garenbrig. Keep in mind, if I never play Castle Garenbrig, they can never destroy it, which is kind of nice. I wait to build up, and I drop Castle Garenbrig only on the turn when I'm about to explode. They're going to take out Sunken next turn, unfortunately, but I keep the castle safe. I wasn't able to play anything big, so no point in playing that and opening up the potential of it getting destroyed. Perhaps sometimes they might save their land destruction for the castle that they see. They're ready and waiting. Then I never drop it. And it's pretty good, hopefully. Yeah. That volatile fault, not so much. Just 12 things that destroy 16, actually, with Krenko's Buzz Crusher. A lot of stuff that brings me a lot of pain. That would bring them pain too. Now that I have it out, it's going to draw it out, and I got a second copy, so next turn I will be able to make 7. I hope. Crossing my fingers after they get rid of it. I'm just sad I didn't have a Carnage Tyrant. That would have been pretty good. But maybe sprinkling in other creatures that cost 6, so I could have something down, making use of the 6 mana on turn 4. Or 7 potentially. I would have tried to play Tyrannosaurus Rex for sure. Oh, they're taking out 2 things. Oh boy. Not great. Not great at all. My goodness. Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle could help quite a bit. I would imagine they have Artifact Destruction. But we just have to name Field of Ruin, Demolition Field, all that stuff. And then it turns off the activated abilities. Field of Ruin now, if it was named with Pithing Needle, it could only tap for a colorless mana. So that would at least save me a bit. Until they take the Pithing Needle out. But it's not super common that I would face this deck. It's just painful and annoying. Yeah. And I'm glad I have a bunch of lands. Basic lands. Phew. Really? A third of their deck takes out our lands. My, oh my. This is crazy. Crazy. Sadly, I can't play... Well, I can only play Carnage Tyrant next turn, potentially. Archdruid's Charm is quite lovely. We're safe with that Castle Garenbrig. Now, if by chance they don't have anything else that destroys, Archdruids could grab Sunken, and then they would die. Cross your fingers they don't drop Field of Ruin, Demolition Field, or have Krenko's Buzz Crusher, or have Cleansing... Okay, they got Krenko's Buzz Crusher. That's a little rough. We'll still go Archdruid's Charm. Yeah, we'll see. Archdruids to grab Castle. That's alright. We still might be able to get them. Possibly, if we draw a land that enters untapped. We'll find out. Really should have waited till the end of the turn. No Nykthos. I don't have a lot of early creatures for that devotion. It does have fantastic potential. I would probably prefer Nykthos if I was using Topiary Stomper, maybe a lot of those early dinos that have at least 2 green in their cost. And we'll see. Cleansing Wildfire is sorcery speed, so if we had waited until the end of our turn, we would have protected Castle Garenbrig against the Cleansing Wildfire, which is really what I should have done. That was a goof on my part. Big time. Ouch. Oh yeah, I definitely, I used to have them, but I just really wanted to trim all those early creatures, not rely on them, because of course there is lots of fantastic removal, and it does often happen. But if all that early removal doesn't do a whole lot, I think we're okay. It's pretty good. I don't have to worry about fatal pushes. I still get there. I make a big amount of mana, and boom, I devastate opponents. We're dead 100%, sadly. It's just how it goes. Oh, so close. Yeah, no early creatures, but I still get there with a large amount. Fatal push is basically useless. Fiery Impulse with Is It Phoenix doesn't do a whole lot. Usually, it might take out a Palani's Hatcher if I barf a bunch of creatures, but yeah. There is ramping cards. Archdruid's Charm does put it onto the battlefield directly, which is perfect. I search for that Sunken Citadel, and Sunken Citadel always enters tapped anyways, so that's what I'm looking for. It's lovely, lovely. Oh, Archdruids does the trick. A fantastic catch-all. Hopefully it's sunken. Okay, it's got to be Castle Garenbrig. Of course, Archdruids to likely grab another castle, I would imagine, after they destroy it. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Sylvan Scrying, I need to see specific lands just to... Okay, that's alright. We'll do the thing. We'll grab another one. Hopefully get the job done. Oh, what does Citadel do exactly? Okay. I really should do... that's good that you mentioned it. I should do a primer, a beginner primer to this deck and why I love it so much. Sunken taps for 2 mana of a chosen color for lands with activated abilities. I was so excited to... Okay. I meant to grab Castle Garenbrig, but there you go. So 1 Sunken. If you have 2 Sunkens, you have the 4 mana needed for Castle Garenbrig. You tap 3 lands in total, but you make 6 green with Castle Garenbrig's ability, which is just absolutely nuts. Insane. Oh, it's so fantastic. Fortunately, we got Palani's Hatcher down. Somebody. But, yeah, no, that is good. I just have continued to love Sunken Citadel and Castle Garenbrig, pairing that to make a big amount of mana, the most stable way possible. You can't Fatal Push a land. You can't Fiery Impulse a land. You can't get lost a land. But sometimes you face off against a deck like this where it is a little bit rough. Yeah. I was meaning to do a beginner primer for this deck for quite some time. It's always been in the back of my mind. Yeah. Maybe that's the push I needed. I think I could have. Two minutes ago, yeah. That's a little bit rough. Yeah. Smuggler Surprise for 6. Speaking of Smuggler Surprise, I'm just not used to getting to 6. I'm like, oh, I have enough mana for Ghalta, so this really is a fantastic backup if I have 6 lands, but I can't make the 8 for Ghalta. I can still do Smugglers to barf all the creatures. I really have to keep that in mind, because this specific scenario is basically uncommon. Yeah, I do have a couple budget versions of this deck, yes. Heaven, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. I think I gotta go Smuggler's Surprise. I kind of want to go Plenty's Hatcher. Nah, we're going Smuggler's Surprise big time for 3. But yeah, Smugglers for 6 if things have gone bad. I like it. I like it. Go with the Sunken. Keep the Castle Garenbrig in our hand again so they can't get rid of it. Whew. Free-to-play dinos. I started off Rev with free-to-play dinos over 3 years ago now. I called the series Hatch to Devour, hatching a new account, building things up. Lovely, lovely. But if by chance we get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn, they will die. We will be able to make 8 mana. Okay, now or never. Let's go. Oh, that's not Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. What will be the best thing? I say we just go Tyrannix Rex. I think they're basically done for. They missed their window. Pretty sure we got the job done. Follow up with another Tyrannix Rex next turn. I still have 2 mana left over, which is nuts. Oh. It is a new card, the Lone Goose, 100%. I would imagine I'm going to face Koto AMS a little bit more, because Explorer, the Q in Explorer on Arena, it's not a very popular format, but it is just quite enjoyable to watch. Yeah, it's a lot easier to watch this than Magic the Gathering Online, that's for sure. I think we should be safe. Pretty sure. Tends to do the trick. Don't attack with Krenko's Buzz Crusher. You can't do that. Hopefully they do. If they attack with Krenko's Buzz Crusher, they're 100% dead. They can't completely block one Tyrannix Rex. Okay, okay. Ooh. Oh, I got him. I got him. That's what it's all about. Poison counters. It's not always that I kill the opponent with poison counters, but yeah. Oh, that was lovely. They'll go down to 1, but they actually still die, I'm pretty sure. Oh, look at this. Look at that animation, too. It is pretty fantastic. Oh, oh, oh. Yes, yes. Oh, I love it.
I am inevitable.
Yeah, Colt, it is very difficult. Going back 15 years, I think. I had dial-up internet. I wanted to play Magic the Gathering online. I waited 10 hours. 10 hours to download it. Actually, it was probably more than that because it was dial-up and it just wouldn't work. I was so incredibly excited. And then Magic the Gathering kind of fell to the wayside. I was brought back with the original Ixalan in January 2018 and Arena shortly after that. And it's been Dinosaurs. I need some coffee. It's been Dinosaurs ever since January 2018. Phew. Man, I'm just glad I got the job done there. Oh, that was pretty cool. I was quite proud of that. Just adding the click of the explosion right as he snaps his fingers. I got a lot of lovely ones, new ones as well, if you guys haven't watched in a little bit. Yeah. You're like, yeah, that was a good clip. I bet some of you are probably nodding. I'll never know. I'll probably never meet most of you, but at least we do get to chat and watch the destruction unleashed. Yeah, I guess we just keep going, but 100% going back to that suggestion. I'm going to start the work. I'm going to start more work on a beginner rundown. What is this devastating dinosaur deck? I have to figure out a title for it, but I think that would be pretty good. Oh, okay. I'm going to write that down. And also, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, definitely do so. It's also an easy way to suggest some funny clips if you want me to add them. And there is a keep. Castle Garenbrig, turn 3. We're going to use Archdruids to search for and put Sunken out. We'll have 3 lands plus Sunken. One of them is Castle. So right there we would be seeing 6. And then on turn 4, we would make 7, I think. Amalia Explorer or Selesnya Angels. And another Archdruid's Charm. Hopefully we're fast enough. We'll see. But Torpor Orb is going to be coming in hot. Okay, yep, Angels. I have the Torpor Orb. Good, good. We won't concede right yet. We still might be able to get them. Archdruid's Charm is just so absolutely fantastic. It does open up the potential of 8 mana on turn 4. That's magical Christmas land, and it doesn't happen too often. But Cut, how's it going? The chat popping off tonight. A couple newer faces, lurkers, if you are. But yeah, no, I love having you. Legendary. But I gotta write that down as a reminder. That's a tough one. Basically, Vaultborn Tyrant. We'll see if we draw Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant this time. Or, okay, well, sometimes you just die. What was he saying? Get some help. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll search for that clip when I'm done here tonight. Ooh, man, we could have played Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. We probably wouldn't have killed them because they are up to a lot. Now, actually, Archdruid's Charm. Oh, I like the looks of this. We won't attack, we'll wait. Archdruids to take out Righteous Valkyrie. We get it to just enough, and then it drops down all the power. And still not quite enough. Resplendent Angel or the token, 6. Okay. Basically, we have to use that to take out the token. Maybe we'll be safe, I don't know. 6 in the air. Actually, they can use Resplendent Angel's ability to power it up. We'll find out. Okay, that tends to do the trick. Torpor Orb coming in hot. It stops creatures with enter the battlefield effects, which stops Ghalta and Vaultborn and Hornet Queen, basically my entire deck. But we also bring in Blast Zone to take out Torpor Orb when we're ready to pop off. It's pretty helpless. This is going to hurt them quite a bit. Quite a lovely bit. But I do want Hornet Queen. Angels, of course, are flying, and they can be big, so having a bunch of flying creatures of my own with Death Touch, trading with the Angels, no matter how big they are, is going to be pretty good. Pretty good, it should be. Trim Carnage Tyrant. Now, Smuggler Surprise, let's do that. We gotta free up space somewhere. Couple forests. 2. Keep it at 20 there. Keep that forest in. Okay. 21 lands. Again, bringing in Blast Zone because I'm probably destroying it myself. Kind of consider it not part of the land count, even though it could potentially help early-ish. Oh, that's one land. Painful with 21. Okay, well, we got to keep something at some point. Really, I could send Archdruid's Charm to the bottom. I think I'll do that. I'll keep Planey's Hatcher because maybe it works out. And if I can get Ghalta, I would want to give everybody haste, possibly. Just unfortunate we didn't see an orb. You never know. The magic can happen. You can't win them all, though, and Angels definitely is rough. It could be Giant Sindema or Rampaging Ferocidon. Fortunately, I've been blessed to have 2 dinosaurs that can turn off life gain, so we got a chance. And also getting that Sunken Citadel. We'll see. I'm able to make enough for Carnage Tyrant next turn, which is not nothing. But I might just play the Torpor Orb and stop him from gaining any life. Oh, okay. Okay. Whoa, oh boy. This is potentially really good. The opponent could be dead next turn. We are about to make 8. As long as they don't gain a bunch of life, we're good. They got that collected company, don't they? Oh boy. Oh, strap yourselves in. What do I want to press? I don't know.
It's a trap! Grant me revenge.
And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
What are they thinking about is the question. Do they play a creature or do they wait for the collected company? I think that's probably what they're deciding. They absolutely have collected company. Oh, okay. Well, don't go to... we're not dead. Okay, well... it's not pretty. Gain a bunch more life with that angel that's made... Ooh, 43. That is not enough to get the job done. It really could be. Could have been. Sylvan Scrying, if that was maybe another Planes Hatcher. You know? Or if we had the Torpor Orb, we really would have just turned off most of that. And the Blast Zone could have been popped to take out the Torpor Orb. Yeah, I don't know. 4 Torpor Orbs are coming in hot. Sprinkling in a little bit more ways to destroy it because, again, it does hurt basically everything I do, but it doesn't hurt me making a lot of mana, which could be good. I could barf or get to Tyrannix Rex ahead of schedule while the Angel's opponent has been turned off of gaining life whenever a creature enters, so I could still get the job done that way. I've got my Torpor Orbs ordered. Man, that's a tongue twister. And that's a keeper. I'm flooded. That's flooded right there. We're looking at 8. I don't need this Sylvan Scrying at all, which is absolutely insane. 8 mana to start. We've got Tyrannix Rex. Mono black discard. This is what I'm talking about. We don't rely on any early creatures, and sometimes we just have the perfect mixture. You can't discard a land. That gets a thumbs up from me. Doesn't always happen this way, but yeah, that is what you want. They got rid of Sylvan Scrying, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not a very... Field of Ruin. Okay. Painful. I want to try for a Smuggler's Surprise. I would imagine 1 Sunken Citadel is going down, but again, they have land destruction, so don't play cat. Okay. We're going with Smugglers it is. We turn 1 Smugglers into 2 things, and then they get very scared. We have 2 more things than I had before, so we're a little bit better. I think they would have gotten rid of Smuggler's Surprise, probably Tyrannix Rex, but... Okay. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Turn 4, what? They're dead. Good stuff. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I might just play Ghalta Stampede Tyrant.
Don't push it. Don't push it, I'll give you a war you won't believe.
Yeah, I'll give you a war you won't believe. You won't believe how you can't do a single thing So completely helpless. Ooh, ooh. Okay, we won't get that fortunate again to see all the mana we need represented in lands, but we do know what it is, and we do know they have that Field of Ruin, which I don't like. We got pretty fortunate persevering against mono-red land destruction. This certainly doesn't have, well, it probably has Demolition Field as well, to also destroy the non-basics. Is it mono black Waste Not? I think it could be mono black mid-range. Would have been nice to see Waste Not, but I say we still do Leyline of Sanctity. Hornet Queen, if it's not mono black Waste Not, that is the least impactful thing for the deck, so we'll see. If I get lucky enough. Yeah, you never know what it's going to be, but it's made all that much better when it's basically perfect. I can't, and that's the hard part, I can't send that. I'm never going to mulligan a hand that looks this good if I have brought in Leyline of Sanctity, and I know, well, I do know it's a deck with Thoughtseize, but that's going to do the trick. Now I just have to hope I don't draw a Leyline of Sanctity, which I may never be able to play. That's a risk I'm willing to run. Oh, and a Sylvan Scrying, my goodness. We should be set. I would think there's a pretty good chance of that happening. So it is Waste Not. Well, sometimes mono black Waste Not, they just don't see their stuff. 100% Sunken Citadel. We might play that next turn and then go Sylvan Scrying, but I could go Castle Garenbrig Mill. Okay. That's alright. Smuggler's Surprise is going to be pretty nice. We mill and we get a bunch of stuff. Oh! Look at that. They milled 2 ley lines that I can't play at all. Thank you very much. They milled stuff that I couldn't use. Archdruids I can't search with Ashiok's ability. So Archdruid's Charm was mostly useless, and the ley lines were useless. Alright, good stuff. Definitely Sylvan to grab that other.
Dang!
That's what I get. Karma for me laughing at the opponent. I was so excited to grab another Sunken, I forgot about Ashiok's ability that stops Sylvan Scrying, about how I wasn't going to use it, and then I did. You can't cut that out. It's not pre-recorded. Okay. What do I want him to get? I gotta keep Castle Garenbrig, Smuggler's Surprise, and Carnage Tyrant. Yeah. I want the card draw potentially from Vaultborn Tyrant. We might be okay. Hopefully. Okay. Not the worst thing in the world. Smuggler's Surprise, we're going to use that to dig for good stuff, I hope. And possibly I could have done Smuggler's Surprise to find a land and maybe have Sunken Citadel be my land for the turn. That would have been good too. Give me something good. You can do it. Okay. Bunch of lands, I think. Actually, you know what? I want the forest. Forest and Carnage Tyrant. We have the Stomping Ground in hand. We should be pretty much safe. Dropping Vaultborn next turn, 100%. Archdruids, which wasn't doing a whole lot. Hopefully they don't have a Thoughtseize. That would be... Oh, Field of Ruin to take out Sunken Citadel. Hopefully they don't do that. Okay. Okay, I'm going to mulligan pretty aggressively for Leyline of Sanctity coming up. Oh, what are they doing? You can't be doing that. They could have stopped this. They had the window. Field of Ruin costs 2 to activate. Sunken Citadel, you can use its 2 mana. 1 land, 2 mana for field. Hopefully they don't have an exile spell. If they have just removal, it's pretty darn bad. That'd be pretty bad. Use it. Go for the throat. Shieldred's Edict, I don't care. Bitter Triumph, I also don't care. Good. I drew 2 cards, gained 6 life, and I still have the Vaultborn. And if they're not careful, they will die. As long as they continue to not use Field of Ruin. I could play Ghalta next turn. We'll find out. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Hopefully they take out Castle Garenbrig with the Field of Ruin, but they could take out Castle Garenbrig and Sunken, or both castles. I don't know. They have to be very, very careful. We'll see. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe we're safe. Hopefully. Oh boy. No Thoughtseize. No go blank. Don't do it. Oh. Okay. Stomping in Carnage. I want Pliny's Hatcher to maybe give Ghalta Stampede Tyrant haste, and you know, maybe don't use Field of Ruin. Don't do it. Don't do it. They do it. Take out Castle. Yes, please. Good. Good. That's okay. We can still make enough. As long as I have another forest. I'm pretty sure I do. I should. Okay. Get another Regisaur. Regisaur, Pliny's Hatcher, another one, and they're dead. Or the Vaultborn Tyrant. Oh, they mailed 2 Vaultborn Tyrants off the top. I was about to get one. Darn. That sucks. But that doesn't suck. That is what it's all about.
Ruthless aggression.
Didn't even drop a game. That's what. Yeah. Oh boy. Taking down Mono Black Waste Knot twice in one night. There you go. Whew, that heaven, legendary, also legendary. Man, on fire. But again, I'm keeping in Leyline of Sanctity 100%. That cut, that absolutely was a good one. We cut that opponent to pieces, to shreds. Kaboom. Speaking of kaboom. I combined that wrong. I try to have the plane land and then boom, right as it lands on the explodes out. Okay, good. The lone goose, happy to hear that. Hey, even if you don't play a dino deck, I'm always happy to have you guys here. I know some of you don't play a dinosaur deck, but you may appreciate seeing something that is not super common beat up on all of the common stuff. Inspired. Okay. Happy to hear it. Whew. Well, yeah. I think I'll leave it there for tonight. Like I mentioned, I want to do a beginner sort of primer. Just explain a little bit more in detail exactly why I love Stampede Dinos. This particular variation, if that example wasn't clear enough, that's part of the reason why I've stuck with this spin of dinosaur decks. Still using Huntmaster. Good. I do love Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor, but imagine Huntmaster and Marauding definitely against this deck. They would have died pretty bad. Meat Hook Massacre, that definitely would have taken them out. So not having to rely on the early creatures, but still getting that devastation, that's the biggest point of what keeps me coming back. Yeah. Yes, yes. Thanks for watching. Cut, The Lone Goose, Heaven, bunch of people. Colt, Rev, who else? Mad Dad Lab, Commander Crane, JDX, anybody else. Right now, later on, have a good one. Have a good rest of your time zone. Have a good drive to work, from work, a good break. Yeah. Sylvan's crying 100%. Try it out. Oh, it's beautiful stuff. Beautiful. All right. Peace. Have a good one.